there's something bigger than us out there. Something bigger than this life. That this world just didn't happen through a rock, two rocks colliding together that formed life on this earth, that formed the children that we have, the lives that we see around us, the families, the raindrops, the snow, the water that produces plants, trees, streams, even national parks. I believe there's something more than that. I believe that there's a God, and I think we all believe that there's a God out there. It's just, who is this God? We hear about Buddhists, we hear about Islam, we hear about different religions rising up every year. But the one consistency that has been here year in, year out, has been this name, Jesus. I believe in a God that created this universe. I believe in a God that came, that created this universe, that created life within a matter of 6 days. A God that not only created something, but had a purpose behind it all. And the purpose through this was to create life, and this life to live out the love behind this purpose. But as humans, we can all agree that we have this instinct within us that commits evil, that we're not perfect, that we have desires within us that aren't always the right ways, the perfect ways. And through this, we commit things that we tend to regret and want to forget. And through this God that we know, He sent a son, I believe, a man named Jesus. I believe this is the greatest controversy that this world will ever experience. I believe the biggest controversial holiday is Christmas, right around the corner. You know, we don't hear about any other holidays, whether we should celebrate, how we should celebrate them, how we should go about presenting them. But it's funny how year after year we tend to break down Christmas. And now more and more businesses, more and more people are saying happy holidays than Merry Christmas. I don't believe this is a coincidence. I believe that there's something more behind it than what people say or what meets the eye when we see these signs. I believe it's that center word, Christ. I believe more and more people want to take out this word, this day and age, and as we pursue into the future. The thing I've noticed about this Christ that a lot of people want to take out of in Christmas is no matter what religion you are, whether you are Buddhist, whether you are Islam, whether you are Mormon, everybody tends to use the same name in vain. To use it as a word when they get frustrated, when they get irritated with people. This name Jesus. So why is it that we want to take the name out around a certain time of year, but use it all year round for just as a casual name or phrase? I believe that this God sent this man, Jesus, who was Son of God, because of our evil ways, of our evil desires. We basically, as humans, had complete flaw within us. We have a desire within us to just commit evil wherever we go and whatever we do. And this caused us to fall short and not be able to experience heaven or this love or true fulfillment in this life because of our ways. But I believe this God sent a son, a man named Jesus, 100% man in body and flesh, and 100% God, in that He was flawless. He did not have any inclination or desire to commit any sin while He was here. And part of this was because of the purpose that His Father had for Him. To die on the cross, to die for us, to die for me, to die for you, so that we may have greater purpose for our life, more than what just meets the eye. I believe it's similar to if you or I were to go out and commit murder, and we went in before the judge, before a jury, and all evidence pointed that we committed this murder, this act of crime. But somebody walked in and said, you know what, yeah, they committed it, but I'll pay the price, I'll pay the time, I'll do their time, because they're really not that bad of a person. It was just a one-time thing, it was just an incident that they got caught up in, but they're really a good person, I'll pay it for them. This is the same thing I believe Jesus did for us. We have good within us, and he sees past our evil desires, past our inabilities, past our failures, and sees the goodness within us to die so that we may have opportunity to live while we're here on this earth in a purpose, but to live in eternity with him. I believe after Jesus died and was raised into heaven next to our Father, God, he sent his Spirit. What was the purpose of the Spirit? The Spirit was to come within us so that we may live out and fulfill the purpose of Christ and the Father. I believe that this is the one true God. I believe as humans, we're all different. We come from different areas, walks of life, different families, different cultures, different races, even different parts of the world. But I believe that we all have to answer the basic questions of life. That is, what do I believe? What is my faith? What is the purpose of my life? How do I live this faith out? And in the end, where does this faith lead me to? Where does it lead me to into eternity? Where will I spend eternity through this faith? And finally, I believe that when we do come before the throne of this God, that we'll be the response will be one of two things. Well done, my good and faithful servant, or depart from me, for I knew you not. I believe if I do everything to demonstrate this love in my speech and my actions and whatever I do, I will hear those words, well done, my good and faithful servant, and spend eternity with this God, with this Jesus, in his heavenly realm. So now that I came to the conclusion of what I believe who the real God is, the next question I pose is, what is the purpose of believing this? How is this to take part in my life, be effective in my life? What am I supposed to do with this faith? I believe the message, it goes back to death on the cross through Jesus. A lot of times in media, and what we hear, what we see, we hear a lot of times that this Jesus, what he did and his followers are about hate, are about discriminating. But I believe that that message that was sent through Jesus dying for us is anything but that. I don't think it was a message of hate or discrimination, but I believe it was a message that love conquers all, even death itself, to bring life, and to bring life to the fullest for us. So my purpose, I believe my purpose is to demonstrate just a portion of that love while I'm here on earth, back to him and to the people all around me, whoever I may come encounter with, through my speech, through my actions, and whatever I do, to demonstrate just a portion of that love.